his training camps were the stuff of legend. I mean, he would spar 100 rounds a week sometimes, which is just insane.
So who do you like in Canelo versus Crawford?
Well, I'm a giant Crawford fan because I think he's the best switch hitter since Marvin Hagler. I also think he's one of those guys that if you tell him he can't do something, he wants to show you and shock the world.
1,000%.
Crawford's enormous training for the Canelo bout has prompted a response from Joe Rogan. He emphasizes Crawford's exceptional switch hitting abilities and versatility, implying that, in spite of the size disparity, they might offset Canelo's unadulterated strength and expertise. He warns of the danger of being overpowered and expresses worrying that Crawford must be large enough to withstand Canelo's deadly strikes.
If you likes this, please subscribe, Fight File, and click the bell icon for more new boxing updates.
Crawford's about to fight.
Yes, he's going to fight Canelo.
Oh, man.
I just hope he's big enough. I hope he's big enough to keep that dude off him because Canelo hits so hard, man.
That's one dude that, like, I believe all the shit he be talking.
Crawford? Yeah. Oh, he's good.
He don't just be saying shit. That dude,
They tried to say that like Errol Spence was damaged because of what Crawford did to him because he was damaged from the car accident. I'm like, maybe. Or maybe Crawford would have done that 3 years ago. I think he's that good. He's just so skillful. He's so slick. And when he gets, and he's also the best guy in the sport at switch hitting. He'll go from southpaw to orthodox and be just as good and trip you up. Like you think he's going to start southpaw, he starts orthodox. You prepare for orthodox, he's fighting southpaw. He feels like he's got you timed better orthodox.
Rogan doesn't hold back. He is ardently supporting Crawford in the highly anticipated fight with Canelo Alvarez. He immediately said, Crawford, when asked who he prefers on a recent Joe Rogan Experience episode with Jim Lampley. He went on to say, I'm a huge Crawford fan because I think he's the best switch hitter since Marvin Hagler. Canelo is slowing down too, in my opinion. Rogan acknowledges Canelo's intimidating height and power advantage in the ring, but he still admires Crawford's deft movement, versatility, and strategic skill.
Which I think is really interesting. The Crawford-Canelo fight.
Beyond interesting. Fascinating.
Because how does Crawford compete with that size? Crawford is leapfrogging. He goes to super middleweight.
47 to 54 and now to 68.
And the Madrigal fight in 54 is a difficult fight.
Yeah. So who do you like in Canelo versus Crawford?
Well, I'm a giant Crawford fan because I think he's the best switch hitter since Marvin Hagler. I also think he's one of those guys that if you tell him he can't do something, he wants to show you and shock the world.
1,000%.
I also think Canelo is slowing down, and Canelo is more of a one-punch fighter now than the combination fighter he was when he was young. He uses strength and conditioning. There's very few fighters that just train using skill. Just train skills. Like George St. Pierre did that for a certain period of his career.
I wonder if there's anybody left in boxing who trains just using the gym skills. There were a lot of them when I was first involved in the sport who would never have touched a weight.
Right.
You know, they subscribed totally to the notion that was negative.
Right. And the worst case, I mean, they definitely did calisthenics, but that was it. It was just body weight exercises, you know, which brings us to Crawford, which I think is really interesting. The Crawford-Canelo fight.
Beyond interesting. Fascinating.
Fascinating. Because how does Crawford compete with that size? And, you know, we have to recognize, okay, well, when Canelo fought Floyd, it was 152 pounds, right? So he had dropped down, which was a struggle for him, which is why Floyd was so brilliant in getting him to go down to 152, because he knew he would be drained.
Was it 52 or 50?
Concerns about size and power were another reason Rogan cautioned Crawford about entering the ring with Canelo carelessly. In addition, he said he will watch the bout, describing it as likely the largest boxing match, while dissecting the fight and incorporating unexpected cultural commentary with fight analysis. Rogan even covered cartel mule runners in his podcast.
Look at the elite of the elite boxers. To a man, to every one of them, they're disciplined. Yeah. And they stay focused. I'm so excited to see this fight with Canelo Alvarez because I think the Saudi Arabians have so much money. They're throwing so much money at boxing. And the guy who's the head of boxing over there wants to make that fight happen. I think Terence Crawford, forget about the 3 weight classes. I think he could beat Canelo.
I think he can too.
Regarding the Joe Rogan experience, Crawford discussed how preparation was crucial in his 2023 bout against Errol Spence. Jr. He stated to Rogan, "Everything you see fight night. We drilled it time and time again," blaming rigorous training and repetition for the fluid performance in the ring. Crawford also responded to criticism over Canelo's size, pointing out that while he may be larger than me, size does not equate to strength, according to Teddy Atlas.
Actually practicing it, that was something that when I had the cast on, I was like, man, I love the gym so much. I'm like, man, I'm not leaving the gym. Like, I'm going to practice with this left. And that's when I got the left stronger, because at first, when I go southpaw, it was only, my right. Then when my hand got messed up, just started working on the left, and it started getting stronger and stronger. And I started getting more accurate, because at first, just throw it just to be throwing it. And then, it just got to a point where my left was actually way stronger.
The Canelo versus Crawford bout is a quintessential size versus speed contest. Crawford could be superior in quickness and ring IQ, but Canelo offers raw power and home field advantages. Atlas highlights Crawford's superior instincts, timing, and evasive approach, drawing a comparison to Pacquiao's upset victory over De La Hoya. Atlas thinks Crawford is extremely unique, even though Canelo has demonstrated supremacy in higher weight classes, capable of overcoming physical limitations with cunning, adaptability, and intangible abilities that could determine the result. Crawford has revealed a significant body makeover during training in anticipation of his fight against Canelo Alvarez at super middleweight. Crawford,
maybe he's a little overrated.
Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds.
Canelo's really good. Really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants, but you have that or you don't have that ingredient. I think he has it. Canelo's really good. He's tremendous. But could he be a tiny bit overrated? The greatness is within Crawford. It's in his desire. It's in his mind. It's in his makeup, where he came from. I know he's moving up in weight class. Can he carry it? But those intangibles, I believe that he has.
Who weighed 154 pounds throughout his campaign, gained a substantial amount of muscle, and now weighs 185 pounds. Previous footage showed him approaching cruiserweight weight. He maintains his leanness and definition despite the extra muscle, demonstrating the advantages of consistent training and conditioning. But not everybody is persuaded. Rob Esta, a strength coach, cautions that Crawford's quick weight gain from 154 to 168 and higher would affect his speed and endurance when he faces Canelo's superior strength. Do you believe Terence Crawford will have an advantage over Canelo because of his training? Post your forecasts in the comments section.